take your dairy farming venture as an investment or just a gamble? I don't know how many hours you actually invest in working on your hard, making sure that it is improving. But today I would like us to have a discussion on how you can transform your dairy farming venture into a successful investment. And as such, I mean, you can be able to make it part of your portfolio and as something that you're gonna even give as an inheritance to your children. And if you don't think this is true, I'd like you to do some a simple study on what happens in the Scandinavian countries and also in Europe and also the US. You'll find that these people are actually having farms that have been run over very many generations. Some are even over 200 years old. They are working on, improving all these ventures. But maybe you could tell me that the problem I have in Kenya is that I don't have, we don't really have, so many or rather large tracts of land. But that should not be an impediment to making this be an investment. With as little as 2 cows, you can still make some substantial amount of cash from the same. Suppose one of them gives you 20 liters in a day. This simply means that you could be able to sell milk that totals up to 40 kilos. 40 liters of milk isn't worth less than 45,000 at the moment. But of course, it's based on the market where you are selling the milk to. Some of us are selling in the better areas, but they could be fetching better prices, and therefore that justifies the fact that it actually gives you good amounts of cash. You find that apart from that, of course, businesses fail because of failure to have cash flows, and dairy businesses in this case are not left behind. If you fail to be able to generate cash flow from whatever business that you are in, this is the reason why we are very much keen on ensuring that your cattle increase on their yield, because if you fail to have cash flow, of course the sustainability of your business is at stake. You won't be able to get ahead in your daily business. You need to have a clear plan on how the cash flows are getting into the business, having the business in being very healthy, and as such you'll be able to maintain the business and for a very long period of time, because all the investment, I know some of us could attest to this. If you have ever closed your barn, or rather your daily business, maybe you could share with us and tell us what was the major challenge that affected your herd. In most of the cases, you find that the business could not sustain itself, and that was the reason why you had to close the business. Even if it was a case of diseases that maybe could have affected the animals, of course, what ultimately makes the businesses close is failure to get the fuel to run, and the fuel is cash flow. So we have to be very keen on ensuring that what gives us cash flows in the business isn't affected. And in this case, I mean, in the first place, the first thing that we always look at is the milk. We are selling more milk. We are not our cattle are not failing to give us good quantities of milk. They are giving us a lot of milk so that we can be able to sell, and in that case we'll be able to manage all the other costs that come along with the same. In a daily setup, you'll be able to, or rather the major expenses will be feeding these animals. You need to give them minerals, you need to give them dairy meal, you also need to give them, in some instances, silage that is actually bought. So In this case, therefore, you need to have cash flows at all the stages of your farm. Again, just in case you got part of your capital, even if it is just a capital for expansion, say from a loan facility, you need a way of making, to have a way of ensuring that the loan is paid for, you are up to date. How will you update your installment if you are not generating cash from the business? You see, that's the biggest challenge that could ever happen to someone. And therefore, I would like to let you know of a few ways through which you can be able to ensure that your business is very healthy in terms of the cash flows, is generating cash. And I'm talking about daily business. And again, you are going to be able to sustain this for a very long period of time. And not just sustenance, you're also gonna be profitable to you. And this first is going to be a reality if you are able to, in the first place, be able to have your animals in the right being in a position to breed properly. When it comes to breeding, making sure that your animals are actually giving you a calf every year. I know this has been a buzzword in this industry. I know it's quite emotive at times, but I am sure this is one of the ways through which you'll be able to sustain your cash flows, ensuring that your cow gives you a calf every year. If you couldn't know how to do that, I will show you how to do it. So you should you should always be close to me. I will show you how to go about the same. We have been doing this for so many years and we know how to do it. The other thing is that ensuring that your cattle are giving you more milk. Where do we lose the production in our cattle? We lose production as a result of poor nutrition, failing to give our cattle the appropriate nutrients that they require. So you need to up your game in terms of having enough fodder, a fodder that has got good quality nutrition. The other thing is that we also fail to get more milk as a result of stress on these animals. Stress could be from diseases. It could also be, of course, after calving down, cattle normally develop what you call, a post-calving stress. Postpartum stress will obviously set in, making the animal fail to consume a lot of feeds. And if this happens, it means that their production level is gonna be low. When this is low, yet they are consuming a lot of feeds, they are consuming a lot of dairy milk from you. Again, you see, this is a big problem. One of the ways of eliminating post-calving stress is ensuring that your cow was well prepared for the lactation. That is through steaming up. You should steam up your cattle in the proper way. The other thing is that, we always have this as a proverb that if you are having a herd that isn't reproducing and they are also growing very well, of course that is actually condemned to extinction. It's condemned to extinction because you see, the calves that ought to grow and replace the ones that you are actually culling are fewer. If there are fewer, means that your herd is actually declining in the numbers. Something else is that you should note that your calves are dividends in this investment. However much they will be, or rather they will contribute to the expansion of your farm, you get more milk in the long run. They are simply dividends to this investment. Yes, by the fact that, of course, you can sell them and recoup some cash from the same, be able to retain that as some form of profit. again, with time, these animals should come on heat, get served, now join the others in the lactation cycle, and in that case again you will be able to increase your cash flows through more milk sales. And if you fail to have such, it simply means that you are going to lose it. You are going to lose a lot of cash in the same. I know I've mentioned cash, throughout the video quite a number of times, but I would like us to focus on our businesses as investments, not just mere gambles. It's not a get rich scheme, do daily, but again, daily business is worth it. It is worth it in all areas. In advanced economies in the Scandinavia, is being done in multi-generational levels. We always get lessons from those countries whenever we want to expand. I know it's high time, is our time for Africa. It's time for us to get to the next level, making sure that our calves are growing very well. Let us invest our energies and our resources in getting more knowledge on how to go about improving our herds, making sure that we have got good cattle, the ones that we can be able to give time where they can get to pedigree levels. Having calves that are growing very well in a profitable manner. Being able to learn new technologies on how we can be able to produce feeds at a cost-effective prices that are actually very competitive, helping us be able to remain in business. Again, remember, you always need to be patient with your investment. Have a long-term view on every investment, and in daily business, let us take it as an investment, not a mere gamble. In gambling, you just put your stakes and leave everything, the odds. Whether you win or lose, at times doesn't matter. But in this case, we are talking about generating multi-generational daily businesses, and this should be your mission. Whenever you see that cow on your cow shed, don't see it as as a bad luck. No, it is supposed to be one of the most critical things that you own. Take it as a business, give it the dignity of a business, invest more on the knowledge on how to improve it. We at Dataverse, we are on a mission to ensure that you are getting your daily investment to the next level. Even if you have a single animal right now, we are sure that you are going to improve your herd. We are aware of the fact that yes, the lands are becoming smaller, but you could still produce. Have you ever visited Githongori? The numbers of livestock that these people do have. They're very serious in business. They are producing, so many liters of milk, leading in the industry in this country. Yet they have got very small pieces of land. So, land is a factor of production, but its size should not be a limitation to whether you win it in business. So, stay tuned. I'll continue on this particular topic. I'll show you what the Scandinavians are doing, what lessons we can derive from them. But still, we have got our own technologies that we have developed here in Africa to solve our problems. Of course, when it comes to expansion, we need our heifers to give us more calves. The cattle that we are actually milking to give us more milk. The calves to grow faster so that we can make better dividends, of course. And now, for the cash flow part we are talking about, Booster Plus and Transfer will help you translate that into cash. ensuring that your cow give you more milk. Again, Dama Plus will contribute to the same, ensuring that your calves are growing faster. And Fertility Plus is for the exponentiality of your investment, making sure that more calves are born at your farm. Booster Plus also solves the issues of silent heat, making sure that your investment is not growing cold. Thank you very much. My name is Samson Kiari from Dairyverse, and I would like to take your venture to the next level. Thank you.